I know this is going to ruffle some feathers, but it's just a thought. A hypothetical. What if ABKCO remixed the Stones' early hit singles? How do people feel about this idea? Yay or nay? Me personally, I would welcome this, but I know there are some risks involved in this endeavor, and we'll get into that in a second, but I think it would be something that would be a positive more than a negative. The Stones' early hits from 1964 to 1967 were almost always recorded and released in mono. That's how we've always heard the classics like I Can't Get No Satisfaction and 19th Nervous Breakdown, in mono. Sure, there have been stereo releases of songs here and there, but trying to keep track of all of them on what releases is a pain. Take Satisfaction, for example. Originally released in mono in 1965, the first stereo mix appeared on the 1986 West German CD called Hot Rocks 1. And then an alternate stereo mix was later released on the 2002 re-release of the Rolling Stones singles collection, The London Years. And to make things even more confusing, there's yet another alternate stereo version of Satisfaction that's been floating around for a couple of years. That's actually on YouTube right now. I suggest you go check it out because it's a very cool listen. As we know, the technology exists today to demix these mono recordings and bring them into a stereo presentation. Just look at what Giles Martin did for all of the early Beatles songs from that period. A lot of those songs were also in mono, and he was able to demix a lot of that stuff. I personally found a lot of those remixes to be very exciting and brought a whole new perspective and energy to the music. And I think the Stones deserve the same kind of treatment for their early Decca singles as well. But of course, there are risks involved with doing something like this. For example, we know that the Stones recorded all of this material live in the studio. The whole band in one room playing their instruments, playing off each other. So that means that there's a lot of bleed coming through the microphones. Would it be possible in a demixing process to successfully untangle all those instruments from each other that kind of work together to blend together to create a very powerful sound? Maybe, maybe not. A remix could possibly strip away all the punch and energy that these mono recordings bring. But with all that said, I can't say I wouldn't be curious to check any of these remixes out if it were to happen one day. I mean, can you imagine hearing Keith and Brian's guitars coming at you from both sides on songs like I Want to Be Your Man or Mercy Mercy? I mean, that would be pretty incredible. So what do you think? Would you be into this, or should we just leave these recordings alone? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Hangfire.